Hi, I'm David. Welcome to my channel, My Yard Sale. Hey, today I want to talk about fiber. Fiber in the diet, what I thought about fiber, what I think about fiber, and what I found out about fiber. So I have been through some health problems that are all metabolically oriented, mostly at one point due to blood sugars, and then after that, just the metabolic issues that come along with not seeing the warning signs of blood sugars being too high in my system. So I've gone through all these phases of trying to figure out what the heck is wrong with me and how I can try to figure it out and just make sense of it all. And of course, there's lots of information on YouTube, some information more credible than others. So with that said, I want to let everybody know I'm not a doctor. I'm not a healthcare specialist. I'm just a guy. And I've made some bad decisions and I'm trying to figure things out. Hopefully, if I figure it out, I'll help a couple other folks figure these things out. So I have bounced back and forth in my, let's say, diet between carnivore and ketovore. And in some cases, openly using sugar, having sugar, eating sugar. I say openly, but not really openly because whenever I do eat sugar, it's always under that ketovore umbrella of 550 to 200 grams of carbs in my daily diet. But so I've eaten lots of meat, burger meat, chicken, turkey, any meat. I actually haven't eaten a lot of fish, not lately, not for a very long time, but meat in general, carnivore meat in general, meat, eggs, cheese, milk. I've gone through different phases of eating a lot of carnivore and then switching to ketovore because carnivore, I don't get bored with it, but I just have a hard time eating meat all the time. And then when I switch to ketovore, I'm eating usually meat and beans or meat and some vegetables. And I'll eat more vegetables thinking that I'm going to help myself out with eating more vegetables. And quite frankly, I'm always starving then. I can't get full if I'm not eating meat. So now what I'm finding is that all that meat, the meat in ketovore and carnivore, may have actually been making me less unhealthy than when I started. And the key here is fiber. Like all of our carnivore friends online, most of our ketovore friends, they talk about not eating fiber. There's even people eating entire sticks of butter, which, I mean, if that helps people, then great. But I don't see myself getting sold on eating entire sticks of butter. I just don't see it. Even though I understand the value of fat in the diet, I know our brains need fat. I know we need fat, but I don't see myself eating entire sticks of butter. So lately I've been mostly eating burger patties, eggs, and cheese. And it's like I kept getting not better. I'm not getting better. I'm not getting better no matter what I do. And the only one constant thing here is, for the most part, I just don't eat any fiber. I was eating broccoli for a while, and then I stopped eating broccoli because I don't actually really like broccoli. I just ate it because I felt like I needed to eat some vegetables. Not necessarily vegetables, but fiber. And it just, none of it seemed to help. The more I just ate only meat, I didn't get any better. I probably did get a little bit worse. But even on the months or the weeks that I decided to take a break off of all of it and just enjoy some sugar, enjoy some cookies, enjoy a Pop Tart or something, it didn't really like negatively impact me, which I feel like it should have if that was the key problem. So what I found is, and this is just recently, and I would have never believed this before, and I wouldn't try to convince somebody of this. I'm just testing out my own stuff and trying to figure this out myself. Is fiber actually slows down, obviously, the absorption of carbs, sugars. It slows all that down, but it may also slow down your body releasing insulin into your system, into my system. So I have tried adding more fiber to my diet, mostly in the form of chia seeds, flax seeds, and stuff like that, because I eat these protein shakes to make sure I get enough protein, because I'm not eating as much burger patties and meat anymore. So I'm eating these protein shakes, which actually does still spike my insulin. It's not spiking my sugar, obviously, because there's no sugar, but it does spike my insulin. I can feel it in my body. I can feel I'm pretty sensitive to what my body is going through. So I did start adding some fiber, and the fiber that I added was these chia seeds and flax seeds, and actually hemp hearts, and some sunflower seeds. So I have started adding some fiber back into my diet, hopefully again to slow down the insulin spike in my body. And I mean, there's very little to almost no carbs in the stuff that I'm eating with my shakes. Um, but I'm hoping that adding some fiber back into my diet will slow down these insulin spikes, because these insulin spikes are extremely difficult. And I would love to get back to eating some burger patties, but when I was eating, like, I don't know, two or three, sometimes even four burger patties in a day, it was affecting me as bad as if I ate 4 or 5 cookies. And yes, I love cookies, so I could eat 5 cookies no problem. But if I eat 3 burger patties and 3 cookies, it affects me the same way physically. I mean, both seem to spike my insulin quite a bit, make me want to sleep, and make me have to go to the bathroom a lot. So I'm adding more fiber into my diet, mostly, like I said, in the form of chia seeds, flax seeds, and hemp hearts, sunflower seeds. And eventually I'll be adding actual fiber into my cooked diet again, because I feel like it's the fiber that's slowing me down with getting better. Like my body is I don't think that I'm diabetic or pre-diabetic anymore. I just don't eat enough sugar and I don't eat enough carbs. But I can definitely say that I'm still insulin resistant. I'm still having insulin problems. And the only reason that can cause that, I think, is just the amount of protein, which is mostly been burger patties, and it could be the fat in the patties. But even when I even when I eat pea protein shakes, for the most part, which I've done for the last, I don't know, week and a half, 2 weeks, I'm living on pea protein shakes and sunflower seeds and some other little tiny bits of fiber. But even those protein shakes, that spikes my insulin, knocks me out, makes me need to take a nap. And the thing that I wasn't really using, or I wasn't having as much of, is the fiber. I would eat 2 scoops of protein powder and maybe a tiny little scoop of chia seeds or sunflower seeds. So I am starting to add more fiber back into my diet to see if I can get this whole insulin resistance and this problem that I'm having with my insulin under control. Anyways, if you're a subscriber, you know the stuff that I'm talking about. You know the problems that I've dealt with. You know how difficult it's been. And I'm hoping this is a solution for me. I try to think back to when I didn't feel great and then I felt great. And I, of course, didn't keep a diary. I should have. Um, if I kept a diary, then I could go back and think about how I felt, what I was eating, what I was doing. Um, but I, of course, didn't. I'm trying to do that going forward. And quite frankly, I'm documenting a lot of that here on this channel in my posts. If I can figure out how to go back and find the right posts, I guess I don't know how to do that, but maybe I'll be able to figure that out. Anyways, I hope this is kind of an interesting post. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. If you're subscribed, thank you guys all so much. If you're not subscribed, please consider. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Thank you. Bye-bye.